Hi everybody, how's it going? Sonia Badesi here from Success Fitness, live to present to you Yoga Pilates Fusion. Okay, it is 12 o'clock, so we are going to get started right off the bat. So if you're joining me right now, again, my name is Sonia Badesi from Success Fitness, and all we really need today is a mat, yourself, and a water bottle. You can totally do this barefoot. I sometimes like to wear socks because my feet get kind of cold. But sometimes it's better to not have socks because then you'll have a better grip to your mat. Okay, so make sure that you have everything right here around you. And we're going to get started. So if you've never done yoga or Pilates before, don't worry. Just look at it a little bit more simpler and just think about it as stretching. And we're going to do some core work with a little bit more technique. Okay, so we're actually going to start in a standing position today. So let's come on up. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is we're going to get your feet just underneath your hips, softening those knees a little bit, and I want you to get a nice good stand. So we're going to do a pelvic tuck. So when we're doing a pelvic tuck, we're going to push it forward. We're going to pull it back, okay? And I want you to stay in the middle of those two movements. So if you have a lower back issue, sometimes it's trying to find that happy medium, okay? So don't worry about it too much right now, but it's good to sort of get a feel for your body. Feel your balance, feel the now, feel the floor. Make sure your big toe, little toe is touching, your heel is touching, right? Are you moving a little bit more into one leg than the other? So try to really balance that. All right, give me a nice deep breath in. We're reaching it tall. And exhale out, bend those knees on the exhale. And again, inhale up. And exhale. And again, 3. Exhale, come on, get that energy going. Inhale up. And exhale. And again, inhale, reach it tall. And exhale. Keep going, 3 more. And exhale. 2 more. And exhale, 1 more time. And exhale, holding it right here. Doing some big rolls of the shoulders. So good posture. Pull that belly button in. Really think about rolling the shoulders down your spine, okay? Try to make it nice and big. 3. Let's go 2. Let's go 1. Good. And let's go the opposite direction. And again. 1, make it nice and big. 2, come on, really roll those shoulders out. 3, you can do this. 4, so if you've been sitting behind the desk, you've been working, right? Making sure that we get off that desk, roll those shoulders out. Give me 1 more of these. And holding it right here. Relax those arms just down beside you. We're going to take your ear to your shoulder. Stretching through the neck. So what I want you to do with this hand is push it down and away from you. And try to press back slightly. And releasing it back to the center. Ear to the other side. Opposite hand, pressing it down. And then press slightly away. Yes? And back. We're going to hold it right here. Let's do it 1 more time. Over and press. Nice deep breathing. Centering yourself, back to the center, over to the other side, and again, pressing it back, hold it, feel the stretch going down your neck, and releasing it. Good work, rolling those shoulders back out, a couple more times. We're going to do a half circle, so I want you to put the ear to the shoulder, and we're going to take that chin, and we're going to draw a half circle along your chest, and over to the other side, and hold. Take it all the way back. And stretch. Good. And again, 3. And over. And again, 4. And over. Good job. 5. Let's do 1 more. And release back to the center. Good. Shake it out. We're going to take our legs nice and wide. Toes are tracking with your knees, so they're always slightly more diagonal. Arms come out to the sides. I want you to separate your upper body from your lower body. So what I want you to do is you're going to shift your weight over to one side, but don't take your legs with you, okay? So we're going to shift and shift. Get in tune with your body. Shift 3 and shift 4. Good. And again, 5. We do need to pull back sometimes, okay? So I want you to really think about this workout as a workout, right? Like for some people, it's kind of like yoga Pilates, too easy. It's like, you know what? It's actually not easy at all. And we're actually making our brain work a little different, okay? And we do need to simmer down that brain. So it's really important that we do these kind of exercises as well. And push-ups, so 4 more. 4, 3, good. 2 more. Last one. We're going to go back over to the one side. We're going to take your hand down. The opposite hand reaches up and slide that other hand down towards the knee. Really trying to get that nice stretch going a lot along your lats. Open it up and looking up towards the ceiling. Good. Let's take it over to the side. Reaching it up. Hold it right here to start. Then rotate it open. Look up towards the ceiling. Slide it down further if you can. And back up. Let's do it again. We're going to go a little bit faster. 1 and switch. 2 and switch. 3 and switch. How are you doing today? 4 and switch. Anytime you like to leave comments. 5, I will read them afterwards. I love reading how great you're feeling. Right? So say hello. Good work. And again, pressing it up. Good. Couple more. 1 more. And release. Good. We're going to go to the end of the mat. We're going to have the length of the mat behind us. We're going to go into a sun salutation. To begin with, though, we're just going to do a couple forward folds, okay? So feet about hip width apart. Inhale, reaching it tall. Hinging it forward. Exhale. Let's hold it right here. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. Roll it back up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale back into your heart. Yes? Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, hinging it forward. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. Rolling it back up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale it back into your heart. 1 more time. Inhale up. Lean a little bit more back. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips. This time we're going to hold it here. If you cannot touch the ground, bend your knees a little bit. We're going to step your right foot back. Left leg stays forward into a high lunge position. What I want you to do here is straddle that leg and your knee sits kind of in that armpit. Okay? Back leg is nice and straight. Retreat those shoulders down. Good work. We're going to step the other leg back as well. We're going to go into a plank. Okay? Hold that plank position, belly button pulls in nice and strong. Don't let it sag down. We're going to pull it up, keep it nice and strong. Keep holding it for 4, 3, 2. Let's drop to the knees, into your child's pose, pointing those toes. Head going right down to the mat. We're going to dig those elbows in. We're going to scoot your nose. Like, think about a little ball right there. And you're trying to push that ball along with your nose. And then open up the chest. Rolling the shoulders down your spine again. We don't let them forward. Rolling them nicely back. We're going to tuck your toes under. Ready? Lifting the hips into the downward dog. Head going right through. Spread those fingers. So evenly pressing into your hand. Press those heels down towards the floor. Head going right through. Let those shoulders go. We're going to step your right foot forward into a high lunge position. You should be on the other side at this point, okay? We're going to lower those hips back down, rolling the shoulders down your spine. Keep your back nice and flat. Let's hold it right here. Give that nice stretch to those hip flexors. Stepping your left leg in, forward fold. Hold it right here. Let yourself just dangle. Let your head go, let your shoulders go. Slowly rolling it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. Okay, we're going to do this again, and this time we're going to go through it just a tiny bit faster. I'm actually going to turn my mat so that you can maybe see it from a whole different angle. Okay, ready? Inhale, reach it tall. Exhale, hinging it forward. This time I want you to step your left leg back. Good. Right leg back. Plank position. Dropping to the knees into your child's pose. Digging those elbows in, scoot your nose through, opening it up through the chest, roll the shoulders down your spine. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Head going right through. Pressing those heels down, let your head go, let your shoulders go. Left leg steps forward, high lunge position. Opening up those shoulders. We're going to step that left leg in, holding it right here. Let your head go, let your shoulders go, rolling up the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. Yes? 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale. Right leg back. Left leg back. Back down, child's pose. Scoot your nose forward. Open it up, up dog. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Tuck your toes under. Downward dog. Nice little deep position. Pressing those heels down. Right leg steps forward. Hold it in that lunge position. Left leg steps forward. Nice and slowly rounding it up. One vertebrae at a time. Arms come up to the ceiling. Pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. One more time. Inhale up, leaning back. Hinging it forward. Left leg back. Lunge position. Right leg back. Plank position. Back stays nice and flat. Don't lose the back. Drop your knees. Point your toes back. Child's pose. Digging those elbows in, scoot your nose forward. Open up through the chest, shoulders down and back. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Whew, good work. Pressing those heels down. Step your left leg forward, high lunge position, opening it up through the back. Right leg comes in, forward fold position. Holding it right here, let your head go, let your shoulders go, and slowly rounding it up. And shoulders come down and back. So we should feel a little bit warmer. We're going to balance ourselves on your left leg only. So I really want you to find a good position off that foot, okay? We don't want to be leaning into it. Nice and upright, shoulders down and back. I'm going to take that right knee, in your case your left knee because you're mimicking me, so it's your left side. We're going to open it up, nice and big. Try to keep that balance. Try not to top it down if you can. 2, if you need to, it's okay. If you need a wall beside you, 3, that's totally fine, or a chair. 4, come on, keep standing on that one leg. 5, good, keep going. 6, you're doing great. 7, good job, keep pushing it. 8, keep standing on that one leg. 2 more. 9, you got this balance, right? 1 more. And 10, whew, shake it out, opposite leg. So sometimes we are more balanced on one side than the other, right? So let's hold it right here, shoulders down and back. We're gonna take that opposite leg. So in my case, it's your left, probably your right leg because you're mirroring me. And again, up we go. 1, yes, and again. 2, what I find is helpful when I look in front of me and I find a spot to focus on. 3, good, and again. 4, good job. 5, and again. 6, we got this, right? 7, woo, hold that balance. 8, good, 2 more. 9, open your hip. 1 last time. 10, and shake it out. Good work. We're going to take it back down to the mat, and we're going to go into a little bit of core work. And again, don't worry. It's not going to be too complicated. Anytime we go on any sort of knee type things, you can always use a block as well. Okay, we're going to go lie on your back. We're going to pelvic tuck it in. So what that means is we want to imprint your spine here. So we're going to have our hands down beside you, pressing your hands into the floor. And if you're unsure what your abdominals are supposed to be doing, I would say put your hand there, right? And what I want you to think about is pushing the pubic bone up towards your navel and really trying to press that lower back down into the floor. And we're going to do pelvic tucks where we alternate. We're going to go arch and pull, okay? So we want to arch and pull. Ready? Let it go, and pull it in 1. Let it go, and pulling it in 2. And again, 3, and pull. Good, pubic bone in, and down, okay? 5, and let it go. So we have that arch, and then we're gonna press down. And then we've got the arch, and then pressing it down, 8. Good. And again, 9, and pull. Excellent. One more. 10, and pull. Keep that pull in. Anytime you do core work, not in this class only, but any core work, you should always have that pelvic tuck, okay? So your lower back should always be imprinted down. Your whole spine should be imprinted down into the mat, into a ball, whatever you're going to be using. Let's pull both knees into your chest. Let's give you a gentle rock side to side. So just massage it right, left, okay? Nice little massage, pulling it in. We're going to do single leg stretches. So we're going to take your one knee towards your chest. Your opposite leg is going to be extended, and we want to have that leg about the height of the opposite foot, right? So we're not going to go way down here. We want to go right here. And then what we're going to add is, right now I'm just hanging onto the knee, but what we actually want to do is outside of your hand, inside of the ankle, lifting it up. We're not actually pulling on this knee. We're just hanging onto it and keeping it in alignment. And then let's switch to the other side. So all we're going to do is switching it over. Chin stays tucked in. If this bothers your neck, just relax your neck down. Okay, let's do it again. Switch and switch. And again, switch and switch, right? That's not too difficult. And switch. So we're just going to do single leg stretches without pumping it. Okay, shoulders are going to stay tucked in. So the higher your shoulders are, the more you're going to feel those upper abdominals working. Let's keep going for 8, 7, 6. The number one complaint with these kind of exercises, 4, is usually the neck. 3, 2, and 1. Let's pull both knees in. Let's turn your head over to one side, so ear to floor. Usually the complaint is the neck, and that takes time to build that up. And then over to the other side. Good job. We're going to come up into a seated position. Legs extended. We want to keep them about the width of the mat, okay? Arms come laterally out to the side. What I want you to think about is little pinky to opposite little pinky toe. And we're going to rotate to one side. Okay, take that little pinky and going for the toe. If you can't quite reach it, that's okay. What we don't want is lifting that hip off the ground while you're doing that, okay? So let's do it nice and slow. Over. Try to get as close as you can. Nice and upright when we're coming back. Let's do the other side. Reach for it. Nice and upright. Now what I want you to add, so that doesn't arms go for a second, I want you to add 2 pumps. So when we're going to that one side, you're going to go and back to the center. Okay? Ready? Let's go. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. So keep this going. Now, the question is usually, why am I doing this pushing out part? That's what helps the core to go contract, contract, okay? 1, 2, extend. 1, 2, extend. And you should get a little warmer in that midsection, okay? Keep going. And extend. And extend. And extend. One more each. And extend. Last one. And extend. And releasing it down. Good. We're going to lie back down on the floor. Legs go straight up to the ceiling, pointing your toes. If you're not very flexible in those hamstrings, don't worry. Just bend them a little bit if you have to. What I find helpful is wedging my hands underneath my hips just so lightly so that my lower back has a little bit more support. We're going to start nice and small. Press those feet together. Press those inner thigh together. And all we're going to do is a small circle going around. So a corkscrew. We're going to go over and around. So every time we go down, I want you to feel your core. I want you to maintain the imprint off the spine. Okay? Let's go a little bit bigger. Ready for 10. 1, 2. Making it easier. 3, bend your knees. 4, okay? 5, good. Keep going. 6, 7, make it bigger if you can. 8, yes. 9, one more. And 10, let's take it the opposite direction. Start small. 1, right? And as you continue, 2, you can always go a little bit bigger. 3, pushing those feet together, pushing those inner thighs together. 6, 7, good job. 8, last 2, 9, good work. And 10, good. Pulling those knees in. Again, giving your lower back a little breather. Holding it right here, nice and controlled. We're gonna set both feet down. Hands just go down beside you. Relax those shoulders down. We want your feet to come closer to your bum for this one so that you can actually touch your heels, okay? So from this position, your knees and hips stay aligned. We're gonna do that pelvic tuck that we did earlier, but this time we're gonna take one vertebrae at a time off the ground, lifting it up into a bridge and then letting it come back down, okay? So pelvic tuck, one vertebrae at a time, up we go, right to the center of your shoulder blades, and then take it one vertebrae at a time back down. Don't let this pelvic tuck go until you touch the tailbone, and then letting it go, okay? And again, so massaging nicely through the spine, 2, and inhale, releasing it down. And again, exhale, lifting it up, 3, and releasing it down. If you can't just quite do it one vertebrae at a time, 4, that's totally fine, right? Do what you can. So moving through that spine, 5, and releasing it back down. And again, 6, the nice thing with bridging is that it also works. It works your lower back, works your glutes and your hamstrings, but it also internally massages those organs, okay? So it's really good for your digestion, right? So really moving through this. 2 more. And down. 1 more, but we're gonna stay up, okay? Let's hold it up right here. Let's get those feet a little bit closer together. We're gonna take one leg straight up. Woo, all right, we're gonna hold it. Your hands are here to support. Point your toe. We're gonna drop that leg down, power it up. 1, 2, good job. 3, keep those hips up. 4, if that's too hard, you can always prop your hands back there. 5, and you can help out a little bit. 6, so I basically cut them. 7, 3 more. 8, last 2. 9, 1 more. And 10, keep your hips up, switch legs. Oh yes, point your toe, ready? Down we go. 1, do the best you can. 2, right? Even if you can't lift those hips very high. 3, 4, 5, 6, good job. 7, good. 8, last 2. 9, 1 more. And 10, good job. We're gonna drop it all the way back down. We're gonna drop those knees over to one side, stretching through sort of the lower back hip area. Arms come out laterally, looking the opposite direction. Whew. Let's take it over to the other side, dropping those knees the other way. Let's hold it right here. And releasing it. We're gonna turn it over on all fours. Now, when we did that pelvic tilt earlier, like we tucked it under and releasing it, we want to be in the center of those 2 moves, right? So when we're in this position, what I want you to do is not just arch it and not just round it. I want you to find that happy medium. So we want to brace the core, keep everything nicely tucked in, keep your hands right underneath your shoulders, and your knees are aligned with your hips. We're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg extension, okay? So we're going to go on opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching. So it's not height. We're going to be reaching away from you. Take it back down, and we're going to switch to the other side. We're going to do 20 of them. So relax those shoulders, tuck it slightly in, ready, and go. 1, release. 2, release. 3. Now, the key with this one is 4, not to twist through the hips. 5, good, stretch it out. 6, 7, 8, 9, keep going. 10 more, let's go. 1, 2, 3, good job. 4, don't forget to breathe. 5, back is flat. 6, good. 7, 3 more. 8, last 2. 9, 1 more. And 10, good. Let's sit back into your child's pose, arms extended. Give yourself a nice long stretch, head going right down towards the mat. Stretching through those lats, okay? We're gonna come back up on all fours. Now what I'd like you to do is get those hands a little bit closer to your knees. So we don't wanna be out here. I want you a little bit closer in, and we're gonna arch that lower back this time. So stick your bum out, right? Tuck your toes under. We're gonna do a hover downward dog. So what I'd like you to do from here, you see how my knees and hips are slightly angled forward? We don't wanna be here, okay? I want you to come a little bit closer in, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna lift it up into your downward dog, then you're gonna come back down, but not quite touching, okay? Ready, set, and go. So we're gonna go up 1, and hover, and again, 2, and hover. Good, keep going. 3, and hover, and again, 4, and hover, and again, press those heels down. 5, and hover, and again, 6, and hover, and again, 7, and hover. We got 3 more. 8. Good job. 2 more. 9. Last one. And releasing it down. Again, we're going to hold it right here. Let's rotate those wrists around, right? So our hands are always there, very supportive over what we do, but they do take a little bit more stress when we're doing sort of yoga Pilates type things, especially yoga, because that downward dog happens to happen a lot. Okay, if you're somebody who works behind a desk and does a lot of computer work, moving the mouse around, so you probably have wrist things going on as is. So we're going to hold it right here. We're going to do a plank on your elbows, on your toes. So holding it right here, we're going to come forward onto the elbows. Now this is your level 1 plank. So we want to pull the belly button in. We don't want to be rounding it or arching it. We're just going to press it sort of in that middle again. When you're ready, you're going to take your knees off the ground, holding it plank, or you can just hold it right here. Completely up to you. Ready, set, 1 minute, and go. Good. Hold the plank. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. We're going to hold this for 1 minute. Don't stop, okay? So while you're holding the plank, what I want you to think about is a small little pelvic tuck. Okay, so when you're in that plank position, think about that, right? So in this position, I want you to think pelvic tuck. So it's not even visually changing anything. Now try to shift a little bit more on your toes and hold. So a lot harder, right? So instead of pressing against your feet, I want you to come on your toes, hold it, pelvic tuck slightly, hold, hold, hold. If it gets too hard, drop to the knees, keep holding it. We have 20 more seconds. Always keep your head in neutral. We don't want to just drop your head down. I'm going to keep it right here. Keep holding through it. Belly button pulls in. Don't just sag into it. Powering it through. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. Stretch it back into your child's pose. We're going to go a child's pose into a tricep push-up. So what we're going to do is we're going to come forward into a high plank position. This time your hands are going to be a little bit narrower. So they're not going to be here. We're going to be right here. And I want you to go down into a tricep push-up, pressing it up into a child's pose. Okay? So hold it right here. Ready? Tricep push-up. Down we go. Child's pose. 1. Back to your tricep push-up. 2, and press. Good work. And again. 3, and press. Good. And again. 4, and push. Good. 5, and pressing it back. Awesome. 5 more. 6, and pressing it back. And again. 7, and pressing it back. You got this. 8, and pressing it back. We got 2 more. 9, pressing it back. 1 last time. 10, and pressing it back. Good. Let's hold it right here. Whew, good job. Let's have some water if you need to. And we're going to come into a forward fold position. Okay? So when we go from down on the floor in an upright position, don't rush this. from here is we're gonna tuck your toes under, walk your hands towards your knees, then rock it onto your feet. Let's hold it right here. Press those heels towards the floor, not quite down, because you wanna get that nice stretch. Legs extend, forward fold. Let your head go towards your knees, let your head go, let your shoulders go. And we're gonna slowly roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up towards the ceiling. Let's hold it right here. What I want you to do is have your hands facing each other. Your feet are going to be about hip width apart. And I want you to sit down like you're trying to sit in a chair behind you. Now, if your knees go past your toes, we're not going to go any lower. If your arms want to do this, that's fine, right? But try to keep them back as much as you can and try to focus on keeping them beside your ears, okay? So down we go. Let's hold the chair pose, okay? Arms extended, sit back on those heels, keep your feet, knees, and hips in alignment. So as we're doing this, as you're stretching those arms up, it's gonna be hard on your shoulders, okay? Keep holding, we're gonna hold it here for another 15 seconds. It's not supposed to be easy, okay? So work through this, try to stay seated, keep holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and stand on up. We're gonna press your palms together. And what I want you to do from here is you're gonna come into a praying position. We're gonna rotate. We're gonna go back into that squat, and we're gonna get your arm to rest on the outside of the opposite leg, okay? So we're gonna be right here. Now let's rotate your chest a little bit further, and let's look up to the top of the shoulder, and look at where your elbow is pointing. Now sit that bum down, right? We're not gonna be here. I want you to bend those knees and hold it, rotate, and look up towards the ceiling or wherever that elbow is pointing at. Keep holding it. We got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2. Let's stand all the way back up. Arms go extended again, palms facing, back into your regular chair pose. Down we go. Sit back into it. Arms are going to be right by your ears if you can. If they're right here, so be it. If you need to be higher up, change it, right? Listen to your body here. Once again, we're going to stay here. You should feel those thighs on fire, right? Keep holding it. Keep holding it. You're not done. In 4, 3, 2, pressing those palms together, standing back up. We're going to go over to the other side, coming in, bending down, elbow to the other side, elbow to elbow alignment, okay? So they're nicely aligned, looking up towards the ceiling. So we're on the other side doing this, right? Rotating through and hold. Keep holding. Those legs are working, right? Keep holding it. We've got 15 more seconds here. I'm challenging your legs here. Keep going. Just because it's yoga or Pilates, nobody ever said that has to be easy. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, all the way up, and releasing those arms back down. Oh, shake those legs out. Legs go nice and wide, pointing those toes out. We're going to take your right leg, my left leg, and we're going to point it towards the end of your mat. The back leg, we're going to straighten out a little bit, and we're going to lean into that front leg. So when we're doing this, I want you to feel the thigh and the glute on that side, okay? We're going to turn your torso the same direction as that knee. We're going to clasp those hands together, little Charlie's Angels here. We're going to hold it, and we're going to come all the way up into your warrior one. We're going to get your biceps right beside your ears. Lean into that. So if you're looking at that front leg, you don't want to be here, okay? We're bending into it, stretch into it. Let's hold it, and don't let it unwind to the front. Make sure your torso is forward. Relax the shoulders. Make that leg work. We're not going to change a thing with the lower body. We're going to rotate, look at me. Hold it. Arms come out to the sides. Warrior 2. Okay? Let's hold it right here. Nothing changed in your legs. I'm going to keep that the same. Keep holding it. Good. Let's straighten that front leg. We're going to pivot yourself over. We're going to hold on to that knee. If this is too much straight for you, soften it a little bit. Palm facing towards me. I'm going to slide down as low as you feel comfortable, and think about your shoulder blades pressing back behind you. So if you have a wall behind you, think about gluing the shoulder blades down, spreading those fingers out, reach it nice and tall, straightening that front leg, looking up towards the thumb just to challenge your balance just a little bit more, okay? Good, we're gonna bend that front leg again. We're gonna help ourselves a little bit here. We're gonna push up that knee and take that back hand, just touching the back of that leg, front hand palm up, sliding it back. What's my front leg doing? It's still bending, right? Looking up towards the palm. That front thigh is still working hard, and I'm also not letting my knee pop in or out. I want to push it out a little bit more because naturally it wants to pop in. Good work. We're going to release that. We're going to face the front. Give yourself a nice deep breath in. Hinging forward, forward fold. Letting it go right here. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. Softening those knees as we're rolling it back up. Rolling the shoulders back down. We're going to have to do the other side. So opposite foot turns out. Opposite leg slightly in. Leaning into it. Warrior position. Nice and strong, right? Rotating the torso towards that leg, right? So it's pointing that direction. So your chest is pointing that direction. Charlie's Angels, up we go. Bicep beside your ears, leaning slightly back. Don't strain that front leg out. Keep bending into it. Another thing that you can add to this equation too, once you get comfortable here, is think about that back foot and press it to the outside of that back foot, okay? Don't unwind here. Keep it nice and snug. Keep the shoulders down your spine. Don't let them shrug up, okay? Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it right here. Rotate your torso towards me. Nothing's changing from the lower body. Arms extend and hold. Okay, so all we did is rotating your torso. You're doing awesome. If you've never done yoga before, you're doing it. Keep holding it. Keep that knee pushed out, right? Don't let it pop in. Pressing it out there. Keep holding it for 4, 3, 2. Straightening that front leg out. Nice little pivot down. Hand goes to your knee. Open that palm up. If this is plenty for you, then this is where you would stay. Okay? If you can go further, slide it down and then press your shoulders back. Look up towards the thumb. As soon as you look up, it's going to challenge your balance. Okay, so give it a go. Keep looking up there if you can. If not, just look in front of you. Okay? Want to feel a nice stretch in your adductors, your inner thighs. The body wants to come forward towards me. Press it back. Hold it for 4, 3, 2. Softening that front leg. Resting your elbow on it. Get ready. Palm down. Reverse warrior. Opening it up. Your knees bent now in the front. Hold it right here. Opening the chest right up, right? So we're going to look up towards the sky. Nice and controlled. Good job. Nice strong position. Bending into that front leg. 4, 3, 2, and releasing it back to the front. Give yourself a nice deep breath in. Hinging it forward into that forward fold. Oh, yes. Let your shoulders go. We're going to take it down under the floor. Again, on your mat. Hands stay underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. We're going to do a nice little cat and cow. We're going to tuck your tailbone under. Exhaling it. Head coming under. And inhale, releasing it. Now, be careful with the cat and cow. A lot of times what happens with posture is that we want to go into that upper back. We're already rounded in the upper back. So what I really want you to focus on is tucking that tailbone under. And the best way to do that is shift your weight back a little bit. And releasing it forward. Okay? And again, shifting the weight back, 2. And releasing it forward. And again, 4. And release. Good, couple more. Pressing it under. And release. And again, pressing the lower back under. And release. Awesome work. We're going to hold it right here. Sit back on those heels, arms extended. Nice long stretch through the lats. Head going right through. We're going to lock our hands over to one side. That was a C shape. So head stays down. If you're moving over to your left side, it is your right arm that's really stretching. Your left hand is just there to support. Good work. We're going to work over to the other side. And again, if you're going over to your right or left side, it's the top hand that we're reaching and stretching those lats out. The other hand is really just there for support. Doing awesome. And then coming back to the center into your child's pose. Good work. We're going to come all the way forward, lowering those hips down as much as you can. Roll your shoulders down your spine, and then just looking slightly up. I don't want you to yank on your head, but I want you to relax those hips down, roll your shoulders down your spine, and just looking in front of you. Good work. And releasing it, we're going to come back up on all fours. We're going to arch through that lower back, and we're going to draw some circles on the ceiling. So if you had a pencil attached to that tailbone, I want you to rotate it around and draw circles on the ceiling. Now, these classes are 45 minutes in length, roughly. So if you want to make this class longer, when we start with your pelvic tuck and we ended with those tricep push-up child pose, you could do that one more time through before you move into the warrior chair type stuff that we did. Okay, 2 more. Last one. And let's take it the other way. But the honest truth is, right, like how much activity do we need in a day? Well, we need 30 minutes to keep our immune system up. We need some sunshine, right? We need water. We need to eat well. Be careful to not go to the grocery store and get non-essentials. We want essential things like vegetables and fruit and proteins and fiber, okay? Sitting back in those heels one more time, press it right back, keep your head lifted this time, like just in a neutral position, and release. We're gonna have a seat. We're gonna press the bottoms of your feet together, and we're gonna butterfly it. So try to get those feet as close as you can. We're gonna build a little basket around those toes. Drop those knees, leaning slightly forward. Good job. I'm gonna feel that nice stretch right in those adductors, okay? So if you're right here, you can even help with your elbows a little bit, okay? So do the best you can. Don't force it. Always listen to your body, leaning gently into it. Make sure you drink tons of water. When I say tons of water, none of us drink enough, me included. We always tend to forget, right? So what's enough? Maybe up to 2 liters, right? I can give you the proper equation to all that, depending on your body weight. If you're up to 1.5 to 2 liters, that's pretty good. If you're more active, as the weather gets warmer, we need more water. We need to hydrate more, all right? And release. We're going to cross those legs over. We're going to stretch over to one side, just looking over your shoulder. And again, inhale and exhale. And taking it over to the other side, same thing. Inhale and exhale. So if you're used to having massage and chiropractic and all that sort of stuff, right, it is really important for you to be moving your spine and staying mobile. So once your physiotherapist, your chiropractor, your massage therapist is back into business, until then, try to do the best you can to keep your body in check by doing all these other things to help your body. And on the end of the day, you're going to realize too that it's a combination of things, right? So it's not just chiropractic, not just massage, not just self-care. It's a combination of all those, okay? So thank you for coming today. If you want to hang out on your mat a little bit longer, please do so, because you should be nice and calm right now. Take more time to take deep breath in and out and enjoy a few more minutes of that, and keep your body nice and calm. And until next time, so we have classes all week around. Look at the schedule on Facebook. If you're unsure what that schedule is, you can email me at successfitness@shaw.ca. You can also go on my website, successfitness.ca, and check out the schedule there. Until then, have a fantastic day. My name is Sonia Badesi from Success Fitness, and it's a beautiful day out. Enjoy it. Enjoy some sunshine.